And now I have a party. Pretty late though. In the time. Oh, great. I forgot about time and those things. Great. I'm going to see if anyone shows up first.
Hi.
Hello. Yep. Okay. Just gonna wait for a bit, see if anyone else joins the Discord. Okay. It looks like 2 people. Oh, okay, 3 people are now in the Discord.
The walls have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
Okay, E for May. Becca MAID.
I will suffer no interference. Disappear.
Queen Eternal. Just gonna call you still Mecha MAID. Okay, just in case. Let's just do that. Oh, just for safety. I was already... No. Okay. Fine. Clocks just in case. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Oh.
Greetings and goodbye. Do not be afraid. Death is not the end. We require ether.
Ah, okay, let's see, a 10 stage? 10 stage? Okay. Or that was. Oh, the wind. I see.
So are the winds baited by the stack markers? It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like wherever the stack was taken, it's the wind. So should they be placed in the back, or should they be placed the
Let's place them on the back corners. They seem to be open to the healers.
Either left or right, and they need the front and back lanes to be able to be pushed safely without being falling off the edge.
Okay, so maybe we put them both in the middle side by side, and then group 1 goes north, group 2 goes south.
The tornadoes were actually put in the correct spot because then we all need to group in the center for binding chains, so that we can all go to the far corners to break them.
Okay, we failed step 2. I also have to say, you're quite quiet. I can hear the other person dialogue when, well, I have the game active. But when I attempt to hear you, I can't hear you over the game's loud music.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, my microphone's been giving me trouble lately.
Yep.
I'm gonna explain it in party chat.
Okay. I've already unclicked it just so if you want to be heard in the stream as well. So so feel free to speak aloud as you type.
Okay.
So what's the tell for when we actually split up then?
For when we split, you mean for the chains?
Yeah.
You'll actually hear a chain sound effect go off in the game.
Oh, okay. I heard it, but I didn't see any chains actually appear.
I will try and call it out. Maybe I don't know.
There's usually a visual as well.
There is a visual, but because we're all going to be stacked up, it'll be hard to see. Turn my...
Maybe it'll be like P12S, and there'll be a debuff.
There is a debuff for it. Yeah, there's always going to be a debuff. Okay, here, output volume, maybe. That change anything for you?
Let me check. Try talking now.
To give you a nice long sentence. Then
Yeah, you're a bit louder, but you're still quite quiet.
Alright, just gonna put that up all the way then, and if it servers, then so be it.
Yeah, let me check with the user. Okay, I just did. Let's see. Try. Okay, try now.
Talking now.
Yeah, well, I can barely. I can somewhat hear you. I'll just turn down my game music down then.
Okay.
I'm not ready. Okay, let's see. Okay, try talking right now, please.
Talking right now. We're gonna go from there. We're gonna figure out the X stage, and we're gonna not die.
Well, I had to quiet down my music by 50%. Now it's down to 30.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I apologize.
Okay. Mine for my normal 60. Now I just have to worry about overhear you from the particle effects.
I will try and do call-outs to the best of my ability for all the mechanics that I've seen, at least.
Okay.
Once we hit the gravity part, though, I'm not just blind as the rest of it, so,
Okay.
This did a lot of damage before, so.
yeah. My party split. Just like that.
Ah, darn it.
You can do right first and then left. Pay attention to which way you're getting pushed.
Is there any way to move that picture dialogue box thing?
If
There-
there is, I haven't seen it.
There should be.
It's,
I can look at while I'm dead. If she starts talking again, I can attempt to figure out which it is.
I already tried looking at the HUD layout. It's,
I thought I was safe.
Well, it should be under one of the settings.
Nope. There is nothing for that. That is the only. That is one of the few HUD elements that you cannot adjust.
oh, that sucks. Because the way I had my layout before, it was blocking my debuffs list.
I can always look it up. I'm still waiting for some to get revived. So. Da, da, da.
Yeah, this is about as far as I got. Is that the entire half of the stage?
Yeah, it looks like the whole entire half.
No, not quite. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there it is. That was the attack that I last saw. That's after that, I don't know what happens.
What was that, like 70-something%? I mean, that was practically an enrage kill.
Assuming we don't die, she should be down to 65 by that point.
Let's see, can... Well, we're now starting to can't check for that setting. I guess I can change. Maybe it would be in the U. Let's see. If it's not in Hub, maybe it's in the UI.
Oh no. I can't imagine how else you would move it if not with the HUD display.
Well, I just checked. There's no settings for it.
Yeah.
I always question why the 4K settings makes everything, all the hubs gigantic, but doesn't look like it makes it any better looking. Okay, we're gonna make everything super close up. So now everything's in your way. The graphics don't look any better compared to 100. That'd be.
I don't know if you're a controller or keyboard player, but for me, I like to keep my buffs and debuffs above my hotbar on the bottom, kind of large size, so that if there's anything important, I can just glance down really quickly and see it.
I'm a controller player.
I mean, I do that too. I have my own buffs and debuffs down there, but I couldn't really fit everything down there. So targeted enemy and debuffs there are still at the top of the screen for me, and that includes my dot timings. So
fair.
Okay. All right. Need to.
Fair with the dot thing, but for the most part.
Oh, and I'm ready. It was just messing around with settings.
You mostly just need to pay attention to your own buffs and debuffs, not the ones on Steam.
Well, we can't recolor scene right now.
I mean, depending on how much ahead you want to be, we couldn't color scene at any point.
Do not be afraid. That is not the end.
Right now, she's just a hunk of metal.
She's not even that much. This is a program.
Yep. Well, a data being that looks like a hunk of metal.
I'm really glad that's not a wild charge, like as little as possible.
At least they changed the 10 chi... 10...
10 Chi-Jin.
Yep, they changed it now and it just can move it now. And not be hit by a stray attack because they are locked into staying in one place. And we're dead.
There goes both healers.
Alright, well, bye.
Looks like that is the primary myth.
Bonsai! Well, was saying, with that Tenchi Jin being changed, now at least if I get back to doing raids, when I at least to the honeybee, I'm not stuck stationary, and against the kitty cat, I'm not stuck stationary.
I'm interested to see the new Gunbreaker. They changed double down to only use one cartridge. That sounds it'll make the job a lot more flexible.
That's
you're not gonna You're not gonna struggle to get 3 cartridges every other minute.
I think that's also why they decided to take 20 potency off of hyper velocity. Since now you can essentially do that for free during your like main burst phase.
But I
Yeah,
also
now you pretty much have to do it right before your Nashing thing.
I noticed that they changed how Dark Knight. It's one of Dark Knight's techniques now. It's the technique that was used for absorbing MP, but shared the cooldown with that Abyssal Drain. Now also absorbs
Abyssal Drain
MP.
and Carbon Spit now both give it HP.
Yep.
I
But
think they should lower the cooldown to like maybe 30 seconds.
that would help.
Maybe 20 if they really want to bring it up in line with the other tanks.
It's for
At least a bit.
and it's techniques.
Go
Well,
ahead.
it's techniques that were magic only. Now also defend against physical attacks, since it had about 2 techniques that only worked against magic users.
Heart of Light and Dark Mercenary. Heart of Light was the Gunbreaker one.
Yep.
I think it was Dark Mercenary. There were 2 of them for Dark Knight.
I can't speak for Dark Knight from personal experience. Sorry for that. But I do have 2 friends that main Dark Knight,
Ouch.
and from their recounting, the Dark Knight changes are incredible.
I side Dark Knight. As in my secondary job classes, I do Dark Knight and White Mage. But you would not want me to play as a White Mage, as I refuse to use Holy, and throwing rocks most of the time.
Even though they lower the cooldown now.
Yes, I never use Holy.
I'm not the cooldown cast type. But also, you don't even get rocks anymore because they got changed to glare. Like a while ago, actually.
Well, I'm so sour that they haven't added any real techniques to the White Mage. Only, hey, here's an upgrade. That's not a new spell. That's an upgrade. I also question why. Hey, wait, why is Holy listed twice in the spells that got changed? Holy 3 and Holy 1 are the exact same spell.
If I'm not
And they
mistaken,
will never explain where Holy 2 is.
I mean, if I had to guess, they're probably like the whole team that got phased out.
I don't think there was. I haven't heard of it at least.
Okay. Okay, and then it's a pitcher thing, so I guess we may want to...
Yeah. It's tricky, but it's possible to have multiple people stack their beams like onto one spot so there's less to dodge. But I don't know if I have
I must face the world beyond.
We could probably just have both light parties go to the left and right, and try to bait them as far off to the side as possible. And then when you bait yours, you just run into the middle.
She fires down the middle every time, no matter what.
I mean, maybe not dead center, of course.
Okay, it looks like 4 people must be on, like, I'm guessing they need to be above those. What do those...
Yes, I'll go ahead and explain that one real quick, even though I've yet to do it correctly.
I'm sorry. I am bad at spacing.
What's up?
Oh, I was just putting out the waypoints just in case. Maybe we could attempt to use them for that laser line thing.
Not a bad idea.
I'm just really bad at spacing. I first thought about like doing it around her its boss ring, but I decided to just go for a straight line.
We should probably put them at an angle though, because that'll make kind of a shallow angle. It'll be hard to line up correctly.
Okay, so back to the thought of okay. Okay, back to following her
Yeah, like that.
her boss ring.
What if we have, like, instead, we have a marker between where A and B is, and we just say, like, you know, the two melees, or I guess Light Party 1, melee, and tank, just go to the left and to the right of that marker in between. So basically they would be going where A and B are now, but with just less markers. And then after they dodge their initial hit, they go into the middle to dodge the next one.
It may be a little complicated to explain, but I think it's a good idea. I will leave that to you in the chat.
I mean, it's basically just stand in a position until you get hit by your thing and then run into the spot to dodge.
Okay.
How are you liking your second leyline charge, by the way?
I never really cared too much about lining up ley lines perfectly for buffs anyway, but it'll probably be really good to use in raids. I mean, at the moment, I'm just having trouble finding a place to even put the second ley line charge,
Yeah, fair enough.
or the first one for that matter.
I've seen some people theorize that it's the most it'll accomplish is just making you drift less.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like, I
Okay.
can think of a few places where I would definitely want to use ley lines, but I only used it 100 seconds ago, and so this will definitely help. So I could just use it a little early now, use it a little late next time.
I can't imagine doing this with cast times, frankly.
Oh, really? We got cast times? Because apparently somebody didn't know that Black Mage was supposed to have cast times. We got another instant cast this time. I'm not really happy about it.
Really? How is that bad?
Because, well, Black Mage is fun because we have to actually cast. I don't know, I just prefer it when we have to actually really think about what we're doing and how we're using our movement.
Okay.
That's the first. Nice, no one died. I moved too soon.
Never mind.
You spoke too soon.
I moved a little too late. Where I was going to be. knocked to from.
I got too excited.
Let us start this over.
I always have a brief moment of paranoia watching something like Machine or like Dark Shade or whatever going off and doing their own thing. And I'm like, why is that person just standing there? They're gonna hit.
And I rised on nothingness. And I died. So I came back to life just to die, as I raised in the middle of the air.
Well, you know what they say, born to die, world to fuck. Okay. It's not as tight as I thought.
Okay, I think I see how the mechanic works now. And I can understand it perfectly from before.
Do you think Kuja's the arena owner? Since this is supposed to be based on Final Fantasy IX, and Kuja's the only one we haven't seen yet. And seeing that he owned the auction in the in Final Fantasy IX, so why couldn't he own the arena in this game?
That? Yeah, he very well might.
Didn't they say that something in this expansion was based on Final Fantasy VII? Like, I thought it was the Alliance raids, but no, those are 11. So is it Arcadian?
I have very sporadic experience with the Final Fantasy series, if I'm being perfectly frank.
Well,
Yeah, me too.
Final Fantasy VII did have a arena inside of the Golden Saucer, but it was
Wait.
never a tournament based. It was just a fight 7 fights and you're done.
What if the president that's orchestrating this whole Arcadian thing is actually just the Ninth's version of Godfrey Manderville? And so we have to fight him as the final fight.
But then you're still leaving out one of the biggest villains, Kuja, out.
No surprises with Machinima.
And then there's the out of nowhere final boss of 9. They brought in Final Fantasy IV's final boss, so why not bring 9's? Of course, she sort of resembles not the boss, though. Ah! darn it, touched the wind.
Yeah, that'll happen. Not even close, baby.
At least I just came back to life on solid ground.
Yeah, it's amazing what that'll do for you.
Let us
Solid ground. Perfect for life. I'd rate it 4 out of 5 stars. That's how we do it.
Well, it looks like the wave marks did help with that. We all...
Oh, they were perfect.
Yeah, I bet someone can do align them better than I could.
Probably, but we're probably.
But we have, for the first time, everyone's still alive here. Ah!
It's amazing, huh?
Well, until I died. Everyone else was flying but me, since I missed the hourglass there.
We might still live.
If someone revives, if the sage revives me real fast on the platform. But everyone forgot to move back to the other platform.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, and there's this move. We still don't actually
what
know.
the hell is this?
Looks like...
I still don't actually know how this goes.
Oh, look at that. 66%.
You need to be floating for that because God King got 6 fucking golden stacks off of it.
Well, we saw more, at least. Okay, from looks of it, we may need to spread out to drop those rocks. Like, basically where we land. Then we have to, what, 2 people stand in the middle for that one tower and then go back to standing in the corners? Since I feel we don't want the rocks touching each other's circles that much. The rocks within the other circles. Sorry, not very good at explaining. Giving out details of what I thought. Think.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, now Yaramis is saying something different.
What?
He's saying DPS go to the top 2 and everyone else goes to the back 2.
Well, it makes sense to do it that way because we already have one mechanic where the DPS go top and everyone else go back with the X. So it's consistent.
I mean, I guess if you can get your melee uptime from all the way back 2, then fine.
greetings and survive. Do not be afraid. Death is not your enemy. We require ether.
I messed up my...
I will serve the
Oh no, I didn't fall.
Oh. There was one extra on the left platform.
Yeah, that was my bad. When I did this morning, the way we did it was, whatever platform you get put on, that's the one you return to, and this time we're doing it everyone, like you just have a designated half of the arena you always go to.
Okay, I see where, well, where I wasn't being understood there. So what I was suggesting initially was that, like, for the left platform, for example, the DPS would go to, like, northeast on there, and tank would go to the northwest. Or the melee would go to the northeast, tank would go northwest. But I think it was interpreted as DPS go to the north one, and the support go to the south.
I see.
Either way, what works for Party Finder in general, it's fine.
There's a whole other configuration that we still haven't seen yet. I remember seeing, like, another version of the platform with, like, ice bridges or something with re-release screenshots.
Ah, darn it, moved too early. Beyond.
What's the force? If there is.
Ah, darn it.
Because one of the tanks was dead, I got hit by a fucking auto attack and died.
Let us rise up.
I've had nobler deaths.
I will study the world beyond.
Oh, there's whole new parts of this attack that I haven't seen before.
Cool, more meteors. I still kind of remember Abyssal Fracture. That was fun-ish. And we're still not even halfway through the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom since I need to use restroom.
Oh yeah, we'll do only have 15 minutes left. Hop out.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then we should be able to do one more attempt.
Yeah, we can still fit in an attempt even if we don't win.
I mean, given how fast these are, I'd say we got like maybe 3 or 4.
I'm gonna actually take a minute and where's way markers? Let's see, did that save that? I've never actually tried to save markers before.
I'll wait for the AutoCAD markers and the ones that people will say are completely legit.
Yeah, just as long as we're still in the phase where everyone's practicing and learning positionals and all that
Yeah.
and all that good stuff, like
It still doesn't seem like it's that hard of a fight so far.
Depends on who you're talking to. Depends on who you're asking. I started in February, and this is kind of a mind flood.
Right, I guess I'm a week 1 Savage Raider, so...
Yeah, I haven't touched Savage yet.
You should, it's actually really fun this tier. And some people are saying it's a lot easier than normal.
Trust me, I really want to. I want the goddamn hamster wheel bike. That thing is catnip to me.
That thing is... I don't think it looks very good.
I have a very loud aesthetic. I want that thing so badly.
Have you seen the P8S mount? That was my main one for a while.
Okay, got back.
Welcome back. The what mount?
The P8S, from Abyssos and Endwalker.
No, I haven't. Or if I have, I didn't know it by name.
On the ground, it's like some Eastern Dragon style serpent, and when you take off into the air, it morphs into a giant phoenix. It's really
Oh,
cool.
interesting. Yeah, that's a part of it, is that I'm actually generally not a fan of like animal mounts. I like vehicles and robots.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
I really like the extreme mounts for because they're all just wings that you catch from your back.
I definitely want these wings so badly.
Ah, darn it. Messed up my jutsu again.
I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it, but I did 230 runs of Valgamande Extreme just to get the wings.
I got very lucky. I got the Zoologia wings in 40 runs.
That took me over 116.
Let's see, for my first pair of wings, it took me about, let's see, which was the snake bird thing. It took me about, let's see, I had to go through about 80 rounds with it. And then the other pair took me only 2 fights. I got the
Fights?
2 fights. I only needed 2, I got the,
Sometimes you just get lucky.
You know, I figure that somebody's gotta get it, first run ever, and it might as well be me. Maybe.
let's say, I believe when I fought against one of the bosses, I did get the mount on the very first try. Let's see, I believe that was Shinryu. No, not Shinryu's mount. It was another mount in that expansion, which I got on day 1, first try, first clear. It dropped and I got it, so I didn't have to bother with that.
Let us follow the
Expected that.
I will save the world.
They're gonna rise. Yep.
Oh my god, save this is a bad time. You gotta go, man. What's that? What's that mark? It's just a fucking beam.
Let's see, we died after 4 minutes. Huh?
Well, that looks like it's the party.
Well, I'll be doing this again, well, technically today, but, when it gets in like 12 roughly when it gets around this time period, well, technically...
Tomorrow, yes.
Well, to me, it's already tomorrow.
Good progging, good luck in the future.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, and for everyone, thanks for coming for this video. It'll be placed into learning. Alright, I need to go place it into learning. Oh, it's still showing. Okay, let me. No, it's not for kids. And edit. And it will be going into learning. Save. Thanks for coming, and I hope you all had a pleasant time with this video.